Greg Abbott suggests Harvey could cost $180 billion, and the economic impact of Harvey will likely be with us for years to come as the effects of the storm ripple throughout the economy.
Here to discuss this is business analyst and meteorologist Paul Walsh. Paul, thanks for joining us. So the governor said $180 billion. How do you think he came up with that number?
Well, it's a lot of estimates at this point, but when you look at the sheer size of the area that's impacted, now both of you guys were out there last week. Houston is the fourth largest city in the U.S., and that part of Texas makes up a huge part of the U.S. economy. And so when you basically destroy a lot of that infrastructure, it's going to cost a lot of money to put that back. And they look at things like insured loss, uninsured loss, and also total economic impact. The actual insured cost probably won't be as high because from an insurance perspective, most of those insurance companies don't cover flood. Uninsured costs, however, which includes flood, is going to be massive, and that's going to require a lot of federal aid to help people get their lives and their businesses back up on their feet.
Yeah, how many people actually had flood insurance, and what does it mean for those who do or don't?
Steph, far less than 20%. So most people don't have flood insurance, especially in the area around Houston. And that's really where FEMA comes in, where state and federal aid comes in to help people sort of put their lives back together. And that's really why the federal government is going to have to sort of come up with a lot of the resources to help sort of put that area back together again. It's going to be a big, big issue over the next year to 2 to 3 years.
There were so many cars lost to floodwaters in southeast Texas, and some estimates are saying close to 1 million. I mean, I don't think we know yet how many, but that seems like it's going to have a big impact. If you have flood insurance, is your car covered? And if you don't, now all of a sudden we've got a lot of people that go out and buy a new car.
That's right. Yeah, and I saw that number as well. 1 million cars estimated to be flooded out, and for the most part, auto insurance covers flood, so a lot of those people will be covered. Of course, that'll take a big hit to the insurance companies that cover them, but it gives you a sense of the scale, of the magnitude of how big this impact was, and I think it's hard to underestimate what the impact of this is going to be on our overall economy, because this is going to ripple right through Congress.
Paul, we really want to get to Irma here. We have limited time. I'm so sorry to interrupt you there. But all eyes are on Irma. What should people be doing that live along the East Coast right now? And what are the insurance companies do? What should we be doing on both sides?
Well, obviously, from a consumer perspective, it's time to prepare. We don't know exactly where it's going to hit, but it's going to be somewhere along the southeast coast, maybe even into the Gulf, so it's time to get ready. From a business perspective, from an impact perspective, it's really, really scary. I mean, it's something that we need to watch really, really hard because, we haven't had a big storm, for example, in Florida in many, many years. The impacts are, or the estimates are that another Andrew-like storm could cause over $140 billion in insured losses.
Yeah.
So it's something to pay very, very close attention to.
Start taking pictures, start taking video of your property. That's what you need to be doing right now. Thank you for that, Paul.